We're back
today. Hello. Good afternoon. Good morning.
We've got tea time with us.
Yeah, we've got the tea.
Welcome.
We've got the tea. Hello.
Welcome, team. We're here with the tea time today. We've got a special guest. He's just got a haircut too, so he's feeling relatively fresh.
Feeling relatively fresh, looking fresh, dressed fresh, you know.
And this took place after we sort of had a bit of a
bullied me into submission.
Yeah, we bullied him into submission. We had a couple viral moments where we
had a couple 100,000 people tell me I look like a shit cunt.
No, but let's actually just quickly dive into this haircut situation here. So we obviously had a bit of an argument saying...
Not argument, I would say.
We had a bit of a conversation around a haircut. And you mentioned, fuck that. It's not worth that much getting a haircut. Not doing it. I'll wait.
My attitude is that if someone just looks at your head and just goes, oh man, he's got a haircut that like I don't like, I'm not going to date him. I'd go, okay, I don't want that kind of not superstition, but like I don't want that kind of superficialness in my life.
Dude, I don't know, man. If the shoe was on the other foot and you really liked a chick, but she had like a real weird haircut you just didn't vibe with, would that not be a definitive?
Well, to me, that's not something I judge. Like I'd just be like, oh, okay.
I think we even shot the gun there though. Like when you say if you like the chick, okay, then it would you'd have an argument of like, hey, chill on my haircut.
Yeah.
But what we were talking about was you're obviously out there trying to look for a woman at the moment, or not look for a woman, but you know, you're open to obviously wanting to meet someone at some point.
Yeah.
And then I said, well, we should get you a haircut. And then you said, if they judge me based off my haircut, that's a fucking problem, which, hey, fair enough. But unfortunately, the way the world works is people are going to judge you within the first 5 seconds of seeing you.
Yeah, that's true.
And your haircut plays a big role in that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
For sure, man.
So how do we feel now after the haircut's been had? Because you actually just said something to me. You said, I don't care if it's $100. I'm going to Christian from now on and getting my haircut.
Yeah, I did say
so
that.
Have things changed?
Yeah, I think just the relationship between me and Mr. Christian, I think it's just him and the fact that I had full, like...
Hold the fuck on a second, Tom. Can you just admit that I was right for a minute?
Hang on.
Fuck me, that's all I'm looking for. Jack, you were right.
Jack, you were right.
Right, thank you. Thank fuck.
Love you.
Bro's going to tiptoe around that all day, right?
Yeah. You know, it was just the weather today. It was actually quite primed for a haircut.
I trusted Mr. Christian. I knew to go to him, and I knew what.
Wait, how the fuck did you know to go to him?
Huh?
Did God just tell you, Christian's a great option?
Well, I mean, his name's Christian. And
how did you know to go to Christian?
Today you will find a Colombian man who's good at cutting hair. Oh, Christian. No, brother, that's Jack's barber. Yeah. Jack's been going to him for years. He took you to Christian. You found out you like Christian because he's a cool guy, which he is, yes.
No, I was going to go there anyway. But
right.
I was just... I don't know.
Bro, see how he never gives me flowers?
Dude, honestly, man, take this dude to a Colombian fella for a back sack and crack, and he'll go, I'm getting that every month, brother.
Back sack and crack?
Are you not familiar? Are you not familiar?
No.
Okay, no, but serious question. Has confidence just brassly improved this morning?
Yes. Also, all the comments from the ladies.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Anyway,
what?
Moving on.
Whoa.
What comments?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Somebody's been getting all sorts of comments on
Have you had some DMs already?
A couple, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, a couple, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mind elaborating? Yeah. Just like not naming and shaming here. Just
Oh, like
what are we talking? Like
you're looking good. I wouldn't call the cops on you, kind of thing. You know? Yeah, I'll take that as a compliment.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a level up from where you were previously at.
You're allowed to knock on my door and say hello now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Officer, I lifted the restraining order.
When your car's parked out the front, we're not calling anyone. Type vibe.
No. So it has immediately injected testosterone, injected confidence into my head.
Great.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Wicked, man.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, should we dive into your weight loss journey a little bit?
Yeah,
Because a lot of people obviously
please.
interested in that.
Yep.
So how did you find the 8-week challenge? And I mean every aspect of it. Obviously the challenges themselves.
The challenges themselves were really fun and really brought the best out of me, like they were. I think the most I actually had fun was the the BJJ happened so quick, but I still had fun in that time frame. And the water,
The wakeboarding,
the wake,
GC Wade Park.
Yeah. I got crispied that day. Like I went home that day and I was just red all over. But I just sat there like, bro, that was so fun.
I did too, to be fair.
Yeah.
I got like 3rd-degree burns and was cooked for 3 days.
Just 2 white men now.
Yeah, two pasty white men.
It's 5 minutes
No
of sun.
sunscreen.
No.
No sunscreen
No,
for 3 hours. I don't know what we were thinking. We
raw dogged each other. Hang on,
Gee,
wait.
dude, why we gotta
raw
sweat
dogged
like
it? We raw dogged
You
it.
know, my favorite bit of that was when Tom was strolling down, no board, like he was about to go and, attack the wake park. He had no board, no nothing.
just walks up and
You're
grabs
like-
the rope and starts barefoot skiing.
You're like, Tom, you need your board. He goes, oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Or the part where you made a comment on my fucking toe.
man, that
was
was
hectic.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Do you know that I've been telling him to cut
It's
that
like
for
a
months?
fucking Swiss Army knife on a foot, man. That was, dude.
That was. Oh, hold on.
Oh, we're back.
Oh, we're back.
Oh, yeah.
We just had a pallet. I think my feet.
Be gone,
no,
foul demon.
Fuck. No, so I had it's your foot, bro.
Where?
It's your fucking
I'm not touching shit.
the cord.
Where?
Your fucking
It's not, man. It's not that, surely. Just
Okay.
keep your legs like that. Spread them, big boy.
Yeah. Legs spread.
Yeah, spread them. No, so fuck me. What's happening there?
Right, hold on. JT. Bit of a pause.
We're having some light flickering malfunctions.
I think-
Watch it stop now.
Yeah, it probably won't happen again. I don't know.
So
we
we're
have
having
like light flickering. That's turning off.
off and on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I
Is
thought
my
it was
feet? Is there my feet on anything, or I don't know? If I touch something. So,
Oh, yeah. It's
oh, do you want me to shuffle this forward?
just a tiny bit. When you lean back and then forward again.
Yeah. We were talking about being nonchalant before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All good. Right.
Chop that. Cut.
Yeah.
Back in.
Boom, boom, boom.
we're back.
So to simplify, I found I had the most fun doing the wakeboarding, and the most challenging part to me was actually probably the BJJ. Another thing is that I don't know if he sprained my wrist, but for about 5 weeks I couldn't lift shit. He grabbed it, twisted it. He fucking tossed me around like a pancake. That one. And
I actually had a ton of respect for you for doing that.
Yeah,
That took some balls.
Yeah,
that was cool.
And I'm getting back into it. Like I got back into it with Luca the other day. I had a lot of fun. And that's just now, I call it like not a sequel, but like a kind of a spin-off of the weight loss journey, Yeah. So I'm, still doing things with you at the gym, and now I'm doing BJJ. I'm going to fucking take your ass on now.
Yeah, you'll never do that.
No, I won't. No.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah, no. So that's, I think the least fun one I had was obviously the bunny suit one. I just cringed the whole way. Like I was.
That was like a last minute. We had no idea what to do next.
Yeah,
I think the mood was low. Like we knew that the goal wasn't going to be achieved. And so it was kind of like a sad bunny walking around the lake
That's
depressed.
Jack in a nutshell. If you do like spontaneous content with Jack, he'll just dress you up in a bunny suit and just throw you into the fucking throw you into a
lake.
busy lake.
Yeah.
Tom had realised he's not hitting his goal. He's down, depressed. He's dressed up as like the sad, awkward Easter bunny, trying to get numbers and shit, getting rejected.
The obese Easter bunny.
I liked it.
Easter bunny.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
It was a rough one, but
I
anyway.
think that was my least favorite. The one, I think, the Kaya, that was interesting. The one with the dancing,
dance.
that was interesting, but probably not something I just kind of want to do again. I just don't find
It
myself.
was very nonchalant.
It was just I was going through the motions kind of thing. Like it was a fun challenge. She's a lovely lady, but no, I had probably the most
The whole
fun.
point, though, was to do like physical activities that are out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
And it wasn't necessarily about, hey, Tom, let's have fun. Obviously, we wanted to have fun, but it was like taking you out of your comfort zone.
I would probably be able to do the Ninja Warrior challenge again. Since I'm 13, 14 kilos.
Without help.
With some help, but less help than what you gave me.
Right.
I think the part where I'm going from swing to swing was probably easier. I think the part where like you grab onto here, you put your foot down here would have been easier. Yeah, I think I'd be able to do
Okay, and what about the weight loss as a whole? How did you find the journey achieving that?
it was very, very difficult, of course. You know, I think RETA does an amazing job. Like it's game changing, Mr. Retatrutide. But on the other hand, like if you don't do the right things, you're just going to make it hell on yourself. Like a lot of times, like now I'm doing it finally, but meal prep and making sure everything's like so you just grab it and you take it to work, you heat it up. Convenience. You create your own convenience later on. You don't get it. Like if you get your convenience now, that's how you fall into fast food. But if you just cook it, if you just take an hour or 2 hours cooking it now, and then you put it up in a container, put it in the freezer and grab it later, it's convenient. And that's something that I just didn't do. Or when I did cook it, I'd have it, and then I'd still feel slightly more hungry and eat more than I should kind of thing. And that's just something, I feel like RETA or not, that's just something I always struggled with or kind of struggled.
Do you know what I think a big problem with overweight people, especially heavily overweight people, is in the earlier stages? And I see this very commonly. It's something that's become very...
Do you think this is something I struggled with when I first started overall?
No, I think you did it in this RETA journey as well.
Yeah.
And what it is I think sometimes success, especially for overweight people, can come quite easily in the earlier stages of fat loss. So it requires a low level of adherence for great results.
Yeah.
And then unfortunately that sort of triggers a part of your brain where you go, oh, this is not too bad. I ate off plan a few times last week. Didn't move too much and things still worked. I'm going to do that again because I got away with it. And then you sort of start to test it and you do a little less and a little less and a little less.
Yes. Yeah.
So because it's so fucking easy at 140, 150 kilos to lose a kilo or two by just simply fucking
drinking water.
Yeah. You know, moving a little bit more. It's low hanging fruit. And then unfortunately that creates a bit of a, what do you call it? Habit.
Yeah.
Of doing
I agree.
easy.
I agree. Yep. Yep. What about you? What do
I'm
you
a bit
think,
lost there
Louis?
what I was saying, but yeah.
That's all right. Stop talking over each other.
Well,
Yeah, I just think if you don't have that foundation before deploying any sort of therapeutic peptide or whatever it is that you're using, you're just going to struggle getting the most out of it because you've not laid that groundwork first. I think it's there, like any drug that's going to amplify fat loss or muscle growth, it's there to enhance your ability to perform any given task or achieve results, but it's not going to lay the foundation. And if you don't have that, you're just not going to get the desired outcome out of it, or you're just going to narrow your runway for success. And then ultimately when you've got to cycle off whatever you're doing, that's when you're going to run into issues.
yeah.
What was your, like, with this big, I guess, influx of peptide excitement, what was your sort of first opinion or thought on peptides when you started hearing this?
Oh man, I've been sort of around the game for a long time as a natty, and it just sort of felt like it would be another one of those. It's sort of at the start, I sort of just compared it similarly to I would other performance enhancing drugs, but then obviously doing a bit of research on it, I realized that it's not exactly that, and there's a lot of value to be had out of utilizing something like peptides, especially if you're wanting a, like I said, therapeutic drug that's going to have minimal side effects, but still going to help you increase your results of either fat loss or muscle growth or both, depending on if you're using the right stack. So I think it's just one of those things that, like, if you actually look into what you're actually doing, you'll realize that it's not as bad. And don't get me wrong, like PEDs, like, you know, for instance, test isn't bad depending on your dose. I'm not saying it is, but I'm just saying that, you know, be a bit open and actually look into what you're actually taking, and there is real benefit to it. And I think it's the future.
Yeah.
I agree. It's hard because, like you say, I think performance enhancing drugs, PEDs, testosterone, other compounds, and then same goes with peptides. I don't think they're bad at all. In fact, I think they're all incredible. Unfortunately, much like any drug that we have in this world, people are going to misuse it. And people utilize it without educating themselves on it, without the right structure. And then they abuse it. And then all of a sudden, yes, you are going to get adverse effects. And then all of a sudden, we better ban this drug because too many people are getting adverse effects.
Yeah.
And I think this is where the problem's going to come into play with, and I see it already. I see a lot of online fitness coaches fearing the likes of retatrutide because it's going to put us all out of business and this and that. Whereas I think quite the opposite. I think, no, it's not. Because while, yes, people are going to lose weight on their own with retatrutide, there's going to come a degree of confidence with them. We're probably going to see more people in the gym now as well.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Which is going to obviously provide an opening for more business in that sense. But at the same time, I think these peptides aren't shit without structure and support.
It's what I just said, man. Like how many, I can't tell you how many people have come to me for coaching already and they're already utilizing RETA and doing things totally wrong. And they're an 85 kilo male looking to lose weight, but their main goal is gaining muscle and they're eating 1,000 calories a day. And you know, they're smashing 120 grams of protein because they can't stomach anymore because of their retatrutide dose. And it's like, that's not going to enable you to achieve your desired outcome. So I've got to instantly make an intervention, probably reduce your reta dose, increase your calories, your protein, your carbohydrates, which is going to facilitate muscle growth. So I think you've got people that are going to be utilizing it on their own and getting somewhat of an outcome, maybe in a 8 to 12 week period. But then I think they're going to get unstuck. And it's like, what are you going to do once you're on 4 milligrams of RETA, 5 milligrams of RETA a week? You know what I mean? If you're already into that and you're eating fuck all food, it's the same. I think you said this the other day. The physiological aspects of eating and how that allows the body to function correctly doesn't get removed with RETA.
Doesn't change.
You're just
your biological needs don't change.
You're just numbing the GLP-1 receptor, right? So it's like, and therefore you've got no appetite, but you still need the food the exact same way that you needed it before you started RETA, except now you're not hungry. It's almost like putting a Band-Aid over a big wound that is just going to continuously sort of get infected because you're not treating it.
It's like breaking your leg.
It's a bad analogy, but you know what I'm saying.
Breaking your leg, feeling a broken leg so you can't walk on it, numbing it, and then thinking you can walk again.
Yeah.
Not just that. I've had people that are like really fat that want to use the peptide as well. And I'm sitting there like, I feel like before even taking RETA, you still need to try and lose like some weight first, get some discipline in you first, get some kind of routine when it comes to, you know, gymming and losing weight first, and then get into it. Because like people are forgetting that I still lost 35 kilos over a year.
It does help that there's a mirror there. I can see it. What was that? What was that?
Bro did a little.
You guys can't see it, but there's actually a mirror here, and Tommy's talking to himself in the mirror.
Yeah, looking at, feeling himself.
No. I feel like people are sometimes forgetting that I lost 30 to 35 kilos in a year and a half, and then stalled for a long time, and then we introduced RETA, and I jumped down to another 14, and I'm sitting there like, well, I still came to the gym. I might be eating like shit, but I'm still coming to the gym. I'm still, you know, walking every day. I'm still doing all this. I just might need to hone in on my nutrition. I feel like RETA finally kind of cracked that code where it did both, where I can finally come to them like that, and also eat better kind of thing. And I just, that discipline needs to be taught first.
But would you agree, I guess, from a client perspective or from someone in the general population realm, that like a degree of support, whether it's from an online coach or from a friend, family member, whatever it may be, is still a necessity, even in conjunction with retatrutide?
100%. Yeah, absolutely. A spouse, anyone, you know, your own children, you know.
Right. So how, like for you, outside of the use of retatrutide, what about everything else that was aligning with your fat loss goals at that time? So, you know, the nutritional aspect, the training aspect, how was everything else?
I just want to say, I just really needed something, just something. I don't know if it was going to be RETA or not, to help break me past that 120 line. Wasn't like, it would move to 117 and then I'd do one thing and then it would just jump back up kind of thing. Like, it's just like, because I'm so a sucker for routine. It's like,
he's a sucker, right?
I've never met a chick named Routine before. Do you call her Ruth for short?
Because I'm a sucker for routine. I just feel that 120, like RETA finally just went and broke the glass kind of thing.
Were you nervous when you first, because I know that there was a little bit of hesitation.
It was just
before.
the needle. That was the needle part. I didn't get, like, I trusted you 10,000 times to know that I wasn't injecting like the, you know, fucking cancer in my belly kind of thing, you know. I 100% trusted you, your knowledge.
That was a funny moment, man, that needle.
Yeah, it was, I mean, and that's why, and the first thing I said was, instead of needles, can I just eat this? You know? And you're like, that's the fucking problem, isn't it?
I thought that video was fucking hilarious.
I think that's the funniest
Jack's sitting there like a fucking professor with a needle. Tom's like second guessing, goes, can I eat it? And he goes, well, that's the fucking problem.
Man, we got a lot of slack for that video though, like injecting someone in a gym. Injecting someone full stop. Like people like, you're not a doctor or a nurse.
Shut the fuck up,
So
you
what the
fucking
fuck?
pussies
Here's
on
the thing.
YouTube. Mate, like, not saying I appreciate everyone that's watching, but dude, like, you don't actually know what's going on. Like, stop making assumptions and like commenting negative things about someone's journey. That's a big thing. Like you said before, you were 35 kilos down prior to even starting that. You don't even know the full context. You don't know someone's life. You don't know someone's journey. Don't spread hate on YouTube. Don't spread hate on Jack because he's a fucking seasoned veteran coach in this game and he's got multiple pro bodybuilders, hundreds of transformations. You don't know shit. And then don't comment on Tom's progression either because we didn't even deploy RETA until he was fucking... Go look at our initial, like, or these guys' initial videos. Like, you were like... You know, a pretty big dude, bro. And then, you know, over a 2-year period, you lost heaps of weight and then deployed ready to get past that hurdle.
I look back at that, like as when I'm a big size, I literally have shaved off 7-8 years kind of thing. Like I look younger.
100%.
Yeah.
Like, do I not look 21?
I think you're like a different person now too.
Yeah,
bro.
absolutely.
So much
maturity,
gayer,
everything's just so much more clear. You know, everything's more just better in every single
What
way.
do you remember about the start of our journey? Late 2024.
I
What
think-
do you remember about, like, when you reflect on that time? What are a few things, highlights that you remember about the start of our journey? How it all came together?
I think just the laughs, the memories. They've been recorded and they're still up, and I love looking back at them. The memories. I've still got old footage of me in the stick of me barely being able to do a lunge kind of thing. I think stuff like that. It gives me great joy. I would love to go back to that guy, but it's going to be all right, big boy.
Do you think like...
I don't think it'll.
No, I know.
Yeah.
But do you think back on that, and let's just say things had gone in a different direction. Let's just say you had gone to some sort of, you know, I don't know, like someone a lot newer to the industry that you didn't actually know, you didn't have a relationship with.
I
very,
wouldn't have done that period.
yeah. And it was very autonomous, just like, hey man, took you through your session, see you later, bye. Do you think your fat loss journey would be where it is today?
No. I tried that with a few people. I won't name him, but we went to school.
So you actually trained with a few people prior to coming to me?
So no, I didn't train. I tried PTs. I tried people it was, and I just tried a few people. I went to doctors. I went to PTs that would like work with GPs and all that stuff, and all of them were robotic. All of them were AI, like not AI in terms of they just felt artificial. They just didn't feel like genuine. There was no connection there. And that's something that I'm a sucker for. I'm a sucker for, you know, connecting to someone.
Routine connection.
Yeah, routine connection, you know, something a little, you know, closer to home, if you know what I mean. No. But I was just looking for someone that I could have a connection with, and having an already big dude there that I don't know, or someone that's just starting off, it just wasn't taking it for me. And then one day I had gout in my foot, I could barely walk, and one day I saw you post a picture of a really nice fillet steak, rice and berries, and I said that looks fucking delicious, because if there's another thing that fat people
Or a sucker for is food, obviously.
what's that?
And another thing that fat people are sucker for is food. Obviously.
No. What I was saying is that nutrition is something that I was also scared of too, because I'm like, well, what the hell do I eat to lose weight? I'm like, what the hell do I cook with? Like, what? I didn't know a damn thing about nutrition whatsoever. I just ate for the sake of eating, right? And so, yeah, you posted that, and I said, dude, that looks really good. And I hit you up saying I want to lose a bunch of weight, et cetera, and it went from there. And so I think, what was I getting at with this?
We were just talking about the start of your journey and sort of like the difference between, let's just say, myself and then things you had tried previously. Why did it stick? Why are we here today?
Because it was the day I met you to the day that I asked you to train, is I just knew you were a big dude, you're a healthy dude, you know, and I needed someone that I could trust to, that I could talk to, that I could get, you know, that I could, and we hadn't really talked much over the years.
Not since high school, no.
Yeah, not really. Like we talked here and there, but you were just growing and growing, doing your own thing, and that was okay. But I think it was just that former friendship that we had, former, you know, relationship that we had, that I trusted more than I could anyone else. I tried it with someone else at school who was starting to be a PT, but he is a small, tiny little dude. Like, I think sometimes.
Look, I don't think dick size really matters, but what I was really
no. But sometimes like you fat people judge the trainer on size too. You know, like you you know.
It's crazy.
I mean, that's fucking a bit backwards. Isn't it?
But it's true though. People look at trainers, right?
Oh no, I know that.
No, but do you know what I
Yeah,
think?
I know that.
Do you know what I think about overweight people? And I could be completely wrong here, but I feel like they are amongst some of the most judgmental people. Like, so yeah, dude, I actually think, you know how like, they're like, oh, you know, they have anxiety to go to the gym and whatnot. It's because they walk into the gym and they're judging everybody. So they, in their head, if that's how they are,
judged.
they think that everyone's doing the same thing to them when literally no one else is.
Yeah.
But it's because they judge other people so frequently that they commonly get, you know, think that people are doing the same thing to them.
Yeah.
But my whole point around that question, Tom, was
Yeah,
literally was actually that I place a huge importance on building relations
Yes.
and communication with clients
Yep.
over like nutritional knowledge, you know, training knowledge, training application, education. Don't get me wrong. I think as a coach, it's really important to be well educated and know what you're doing.
Yeah.
But I think being able to communicate with people and build relationships is probably more important, especially when it comes to helping people with fat loss.
That's what people want to see in it.
Who do you think's your most successful client?
Oh, I've got a few now, so I don't like to single one out. Last time we did the podcast, I said Naomi. She's a 30 kilo transformation client that's been working with me for a year. But
say 30 kilo trans.
Anyway, carry on.
Sorry.
I'm just not going to comment on that.
No, sorry.
Yeah, I'm not going to add to that. But bro, I've got a lot now. I've got a lot. So I'm not going to single one person out. I've got so many, you know, 30, 40 kg transformations, but also people that have lost 10 kg, built a shitload of muscle and totally transformed their physique. And I appreciate all of those transformations. So there's not one in particular. Like I said, I sort of touched on it last week the other week that we did it. Naomi was a pretty good one, but there's so many. So it's hard to say.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yep.
Got a big team at the moment, don't I? So there's a lot of people killing it. So yeah.
I was actually, you know, when we took a break for a little bit, I just want to admit on camera now, I was actually inspired to the point, I lost so much weight, I was inspired to the point where maybe I should be a PT. It looks easy enough. And like learning about nutrition seems easy. I could learn about fats and carbs and all that stuff, and then learning about, you know, the human body and all that stuff and what goes through what, etc. And then I just did one segment of the course.
His first module.
My first module, and I failed. Like they gave you a big fat like textbook, a PDF file of textbook of like knowledge that you read, and then you do the like a quiz kind of thing. And I failed. I think there was like 30 questions or 40 questions, and I got like 5 right.
Bro, that was a hard moment for me. I still literally remember sitting in hype the day you come to me and you're like, dude, I'm going to be a PT.
Yeah.
And for me, it was
I wanted to try. Like,
but it was a moment I immediately knew, dude, that
$4,000 mistake.
I immediately knew that you were judging the job or the industry based upon our experience, which was very rare. And I know that the way I approached your fat loss journey in the beginning was creating a very fun environment in the gym so you were comfortable. And then you looked at that's my job, not knowing that a lot of my other clients are much more particular, specific, you know, there's a lot more depth to it than just having a bit of fun in the gym.
That job just isn't what you think it would be.
No.
And that's why 95 or something % of people that do that course don't end up being a full-time PT and working full-time within the industry, because there's a lot more to it than what you would think. You sort of just think, oh, I'm going to rock up to the gym, I'm going to train people, I'm going to laugh, I'm going to put them through a hard session, and then that'll be it. Whilst that is the case, you've got to have a really decent foundational knowledge in order to like do that and in order to execute that, and especially help people achieve their goals, which they'll leave if you don't. So,
and that's what went over my head, is that I didn't think, well, I knew obviously you have to know all this, like the back of your head kind of thing. It's honestly like learning a second language. Like if I wanted to do this, if I wanted to seriously do PTing and all that stuff, I should have learned this shit in school. And unfortunately I looked at that and I'm like, you know what? Pay these motherfuckers off and then just take the L on this.
There's just so much to it though, dude.
There is so much to
People
it.
that are great coaches unfortunately make it look really fucking easy.
Yeah.
And at face value, you know, if you're watching someone on social media, you go, oh, they just get to film content all day and it's really fun.
That's
you know, you're not thinking about the nutrition plans they're building, the training programs they're building. You're not thinking about the in-person PT sessions they're doing. You're not thinking about the back end business, you know, in terms of like structuring their business. You're not thinking about the 30, 40, 50 clients that are messaging them daily, asking questions, tracking through and just sitting on your phone, responding to questions daily.
This is a lifestyle, man. Like,
That's
this is a 6-7 day a week. And even, you know, we work
6-7.
I don't even know.
Would you say that, like, for you, now looking back when you were just coached by me, you know, you did your first show and all that, how you looked at me, my job, and what I was doing, now that you've gone and walked the walk, do you think you were mistaken on how you thought it was?
Maybe a little bit, but I still wouldn't change any of my decisions for the world. And I'm in the perfect profession and I love it and I'm in love with it. And it is a lifestyle. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, 12-hour days, 5-6 days a week. And even when you give yourself that one day off on a Sunday, you still like got in the back of your head, how many messages am I getting? I've got to respond to clients. I've got check-ins to do. I've got, you know, nutrition plans to create on Monday. It's a pretty full-on job, but there's so many jobs like that. But there's just way more to it than what you would think. And you've got to have a really sound knowledge of training and nutrition, various other aspects of the body in order to help a broad range of people achieve the same outcome. You've almost got to be able to put yourself in someone's shoes mentally and sort of approach that in the right way as well. Like, you know, what will work for Tom isn't going to work for someone else. And you've got to resonate with those people and then obviously construct the right training and nutrition programming that aligns with that. So it's hard.
Is it exhausting to have different relationships with, say, 100 different people?
Oh my God.
Like I say, it's something for me. I'll stand and speak about this because it's something that like I developed. Like Jack's threshold for the stress is really good because he's been doing it so long, and I had to adapt my threshold for stress in order to just be chill doing this job and be happy and stress-free within my life, which I am now. But what, like 80 online at the moment I've got now, something like that, isn't it? 80 85 or so, something like that. Anyway, it takes a long time to, once you get that amount of clients, to be able to just chill and respond to the messages, be prompt with the check-ins and just, you know, give them the best value possible. It's stressful.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, takes a lot.
Yeah, like it can be difficult building so many different relationships.
Yeah, I was going to say it must take not a toll, but I imagine having a different relationship with 80 different clients, whatever.
Forget the relationship, dude. You've got the relationship. That's one thing, but you know, how are they doing right now?
Yeah.
You know, where are they at with their program? When do they need a new program? Are they following the nutrition plan? Have they got their steps done? Are they on track with their goals? I'm responsible for that every week.
What was their last adjustment you made?
What was their last adjustment? I've got 80. I've done 80 check-ins in the last 2 weeks.
I'll literally get people come up to me and go, "Hey man, you know my meal 3?" And I go,
Yeah.
I have no idea what you mean 3. But, you know, I know that you would sit there and assume that I should know it because I built it.
Yeah, that's okay. So guilty, by the way.
Yeah.
Guilty. I said, how many grams you didn't put how many grams of cheeses in this? You're like, 40 grams, bro. I'm like, okay, perfect.
I just shoot
40
Tom
grams, bros.
just shoot Tom a random number. Eh?
Yeah.
This sounds like a deficit, 40.
That's probably another thing that people overlook when they try and become PTs, and that's something I would have overlooked too. Is that you gotta know how 80 people are feeling, and they're all different people. So it's 4 of them could be on their month, 4 of them could be coming off of it, 4 of them could be pregnant. 4 of them could have had their legs broken.
Then you're talking people that are using supplementation.
Yeah.
What are they on?
Yeah.
Do they need titrating up? Do they need to come off their dose? When does their cycle end?
Yeah,
when was their last blood work?
When was
more blood work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Assess that blood work. Provide them a blood work analysis and a detailed breakdown of that blood work. Make the necessary interventions in order to fix whatever might need fixing on that blood work. Nutrition coming up, like, bro, it's just so much.
And then in the middle of that, you need to go, fuck, I need to actually do some more study because I need to level up myself.
Yeah.
So I can enhance my delivery on blood work.
Then your own training.
Yeah.
Like us training
Then you've gotta
ourselves,
train.
like, because we've got goals and we want to continuously progress our physique because that's a part of the job. But like I said, this isn't me whinging at all. Like, I fucking love this job. It's my life. It's the best ever. And I wouldn't change it for the world. But it is definitely, like, if it is not your full-blown lifestyle, in my opinion, you're not a great coach, because it probably
100%.
should be if you're going into this line of work.
One of the questions I actually got, so we'll quickly jump into that now, was Lewis's competitive goals. When do you next plan on getting on stage, and what's the goal for that season?
Season B, 2027, so next year. So I'll go into prep about a year from now. And yeah, man, I guess it would have to be a national title, and I'll make my pro debut for A&B.
Beautiful.
Hell yeah.
What about you, Tom? When's your competitive journey begin?
2028, Man,
38 or 28?
no, 2028.
What's your goals from now? Obviously, we've just achieved a 14 kilo loss.
Yep.
What are you doing at the moment, and where are you going? Do you have any dates in mind?
So
Is this for the hot dog eating comp or the burger?
no, I did the hot dog comp this morning. My goal now is just simple. Get to 99, 95 kind of thing. I want to go for a skydive. The skydive, it's say $300. If you're 95 and over, it's like $400. So I want to get to below 95 so I can go skydiving. My mum does it. My mum does it too. So I want to just do my first and only skydive, and then I want to get up on stage and for me, that's like if this was a TV show, that would be like the season finale for Tom's journey is going up on stage, and then hopefully not like within the next year, but maybe 2 years, do something like what you did, is it ICN, whatever, do something like that.
Yep.
You know, I would love to see me absolutely just fucking jacked to the point where
I think
there's
that'd
no
be cool.
single fiber of fat on me.
I think there's a lot of work we've got to do.
Yeah, of course. And
Not
that's what
just
I said.
physically,
Yeah, absolutely.
discipline too.
Like when you said before about it took you a lot of discipline to get to where you are now in that 8 weeks. I can fully appreciate and respect that, and I'm super proud of you for that, I will say. But that's not a needle in the haystack compared to the discipline you would need to channel to get on stage. That's not even the pre-prep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it'll take some work, but I'm willing to give it a shot. I'm someone that just give it a shot, and if you fail,
I love that, bro. I think that's great.
I think you're already somewhere that probably 2 years ago you couldn't imagine that you would be anyway.
I'm constantly looking in that mirror
I can see that, dude. I don't think you've looked at me once when talking to me. You're like, yeah, no. So anyway, John, what I think is
No. But I'm looking at myself in the mirror, and I'm saying you did not look like that 2 years ago. I'm very proud of you, Thomas. You know.
We're all proud of you, Tom, and I think everyone watching this is proud of you, and you've got a good following on social media now, and you're a bit of a rock star. Like I even have people in my gym, maybe not even mention Jack, and they'll go, so do you hang out with Tom here and there? I'm like, sadly. No, I'm joking. I'm like, no, I see him all the time. He's a cheeky fucker. But no, I think it's cool, man, what you two have been able to achieve, and I think that you guys are a special duo when it comes to content, and people love that.
I also think that wakeboarding thing, like we have, to just me and you, just putting Daddy aside for a little bit. I think we have a really good connection too, but just a different dynamic. But I think when we did that wakeboard, bro, I cracked up. You're absolutely fucking hilarious, and that's why. And I really enjoyed that day. I was physically exhausted by the end of it.
We know, and other people won't, but we've always had a really good laugh together, and we've actually done some early videos together that I think are really funny.
Those will crack up.
You put Louis and Tom in the same room, and it's always going to be a funny combo. So I love that.
Absolutely. You know, I feel like that. You know, although me and Jack have more history, I feel like it doesn't take much to carry that kind of same torch over to Louis, kind of thing.
I also think we convey humor in a slightly different way than when you and Jack will. Both are really funny in their own way, but we obviously are a bit more direct and brutal with how we
100%
how we take the piss out of each other.
I love it.
Wicked.
Yeah. What have you?
Do we have any more questions, Jack?
Yeah, we do have some in there, but there's just nothing that's really stands out. All of them are really.
Someone, I think there was one on YouTube where someone asked me about RETA, but I can't.
I think someone said, "Is Tommy titrating off of retatrutide or coming off completely?"
Titrating off. So I haven't had my shot in a while yet, but I will be getting. It's kind of expensive, but
I may sound like a fuckwit here, but doesn't titration mean an upward adjustment, not down? It does, doesn't it?
You can.
Yeah, it goes both ways.
You could say titrating down.
Could you?
It basically just means an incremental shift.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah,
So I'll be titrating. So I'll be from here until July. I'll be titrating down because I do not want to use it forever. Because you know what? There's a psychological addiction. There's nothing in the substance that makes it addicting. It's just the results speak. And they speak loud, and your body and your confidence, it's all linked together. And so therefore it's more like a psychological addiction to the results. And that's why I think you shouldn't, RETA's great, but I think, I don't know, you could lose 20 kilos on RETA and then be like, fuck, let's go for another 20. But then once you lose another 20, it's like, oh fuck, now I'm anorexic.
Yeah.
I
mean, that was the biggest concern with the research as well. So the researchers literally stated that the biggest concern is going to be psychological addiction.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, at the end of the day, you've always got to face the thunder of hunger, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're going to get off
That's
it.
a fucking great. Face the thunder.
The thunder of hunger.
Yeah, but you're always going to have to like answer to that when you get off it. So people will probably get off it and then go, nah, I need to stop. I need to titrate down. And then eventually you're going to be like, oh shit, I'm hungry again. And it's more of a struggle to either maintain or lose weight. So you're going to want to get back on. It's a bit of a tricky.
That's a really good point because I haven't had it in about nearly 2 weeks. My last shot was 3 milligrams. That was huge.
Which is actually probably your biggest problem, by the way.
What's that?
Is your inconsistency with deployment or application.
Maybe. But no, I was just saying that now that like it's not wearing off because I'm still going to take my next shot, but I've just found that the hunger noise, the food noise, it's been defeated kind of thing. It's no longer, I'm not craving KFC, you know, and if I do feel like KFC, I'll get like a crunch bowl and that tastes the chicken. Oh man, that was great. I'm not like fucking getting, you know, a 6-pack of chicken, Zinger box, anything like that. It's just all the food noise. It's finally gone.
What was the order back in the day?
Well, it would usually be a Zinger box, 6 pieces of chicken, a little popcorn thing, like a little
popcorn chicken,
thing,
yeah.
and then Coke. Oh, sorry, Pepsi.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like huge, but it was like shit. That's for 5. That's for probably 3 people, bro.
Yeah. Calorie wise, it's big, even though the volume isn't that big.
Yeah.
And that's also the issue with, I think, people that utilize RETA and don't have their food volume maybe how it should be because they'll eat less satiating foods that are high in calories, maybe higher in fats and carbohydrates, but not typically those whole food satiating types. And like what I'll do is I'll put someone on, let's just say they're consuming fucking 1,000 calories before, and then you put them on, you know, an incremental shift upwards from that, maybe like 1,200, 1,300. This would be for a female, and utilize whole foods, and they're like can't even become close to finish it, but the energy's rampant and through the roof. And that's like what foods you use, like when
So important.
when utilizing RETA is like a huge thing as well.
Yeah. But I've just found, the food noise is actually, it's gone, you know.
It doesn't mean you can eat fuck all, guys.
No,
it does not mean that you can eat fuck all. Using RETA, that's not the approach.
Someone literally said on YouTube, this is a great tool to be able to fast.
Yeah.
I mean,
forget your body's nutritional needs then.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
You
It's
just
all good.
all of a sudden your biological needs change because you've
Yeah.
utilized
If you
RETA.
said it like that to someone,
is it not like 25% true though? Like it does help with not being hungry.
Yeah, but the point's not to fast.
Yeah,
that's not the point. Like, not eating at all is just as bad as overeating.
Yeah.
just imagine if someone told you that, bro. Hey, man, I've got this drug for you. Basically, you no eating now. We don't need to eat.
There are drugs like that and it's killed people.
Yeah, I know, because you need to eat.
Yeah. 100%.
All right, serious question. Who's told me? Oh no, we've done that one. Where did Jack and Thomas meet?
He stuffed me in the back of a toilet in grade 11. No, ICT class. You started in 2014, grade 11. You were fresh in the country, and he started in my ICT class, didn't know a fucking thing about it, and he just sat beside me hoping to get help, and he got it, but he still flanked class and whatnot, and I barely
It's
saw
not how
him.
I remember it. It's not really how I remember it.
No. He was in my ICT class, and I helped him out, and he just barely passed. And that's it. It was me, you, and a lady named Rachel that would sit beside us. And I've still got a picture of you, photoshopped your face onto a squirrel that's ripped.
Right.
Yeah, ICT, school, 2014.
Good times.
Yeah, great times. You were big then too, but just like not big now, but you were like for your age back then, you were big then too. You weren't like spaghetti skinny, but you were, big boy with Jay.
Right.
Hung out with Jay a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. You probably passed your cock around that whole school.
What? Bro,
There it is.
where did that? Yeah. He always does. He always says something and it's like comes out of absolutely
Yeah,
nowhere.
absolutely nowhere. You had passed your cock around like it was a fucking spliff at a party.
He did.
Dude, I don't know if like passing it round is the word to use. Like it's Jay around a campfire.
Like it's a hat.
Anyway, Tom.
Anyway,
Let's
but,
move on.
we met in 2014 in an ICT class, and we hit it off. And then after school, he hit me up again about 2017 about shooting some content. That was back when you had Live to Lift. And back then I still had a kind of, I want to jump on board with this. I knew you were a hustler back then. I knew you were a hard worker. I knew you had that, I want this and I'm going to get it no matter what kind of thing. And I always wanted to be on board that train. Even if you were the conductor, I would have been the person, helping put.
Thank fuck you changed it from live to lift, bro.
I've done some things in my time I'm not proud of.
Haven't we all, my friend?
Back then, I was just not
I was like
impressed.
17. I was like 18.
Yeah,
You were like 18, 19.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, you did put in an effort to get a clothing line out there, and I really it was new to me, and I really liked it. Wanted to join in.
Cool. Where to from here?
Any more questions? Like, how did you and Louis meet?
It's a good question. Do you remember?
Yeah. My best mate signed up for your coaching because we trained at Jets in Pimpama. And so what I had done is in 2019, I decided that I just wanted to fucking fully change my physique and get into fitness. And I was like a real healthy kid, really into sport. Got into the sesh when I was like, just 18 and pretty much hit it hard for a few years. And in 2019, I think I would have been 20 or 21. I would have been 21. I decided to just get into fitness. So we signed up to the local gym, started lifting, eating pretty good. And I remember I went on a 3-month, no drinking, no nothing, eating good. Like it was like a 3-month challenge for me to just not drink and not go out with the boys and, not smoke weed, not do anything. And I did that. And then a couple months went by. And after I'd finished the challenge and I was just stuck in a rut, couldn't seem to grow muscle, couldn't seem to lose any more fat. I was just stuck. And my mate was coached by you. So that's when I got coaching. And then, the rest is history. Yeah, there's a long process, long journey that's transpired between now and then.
A lot, yeah.
Yeah.
We
could be here all fucking day if we go through all that.
There's one question that someone asked you too that I'm going to pull up real quick. Someone said, Jack Lewis, what do you find most challenging about your jobs as trainers?
That's a good question. How'd you miss that?
No, this is sent to me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So Alyssa 15, yeah.
You go first. I'll have to think about that. What do I find most challenging?
What do I find most challenging? I mean, it's not directly correlated with the job, but one of them would be a life balance between doing things for myself. That would be one thing just because I'm so busy. But it directly related to the job. Man, it would have to be just like there are some people that don't either. You know what? Actually, now I'm going to change that. The hardest part of the job is getting people motivated that don't really have that drive to give it their all. That's the hardest part of the job, trying to pick people out of that rut. They sign up for coaching. They go a bit MIA. You're trying to do everything in your power to get them back on track. And via an online platform, that can be difficult because you're not like seeing them in person to give them that accountability. That'd be my thing. And I find that hard because when someone comes on my team, I'm as motivated as you for you to get the desired outcome. So for me, it's hard when people don't, almost hold up their end of the bargain. That would be for me the hardest. I don't really know what else jumps at me that's hard because I was going to say people that have certain physiological traits, I guess I could say, that make it hard to achieve a certain outcome, whether it be muscle growth or fat loss. Sometimes you've got to do some digging and create a program or protocol that's going to help them out of that. That can be hard, but we always find a way. So for me, that would be the hardest bit. Would just be people that don't want to come to the party or like sort of promise the world on their onboard, but then never quite get started. That for me is always a tough one because I want everyone to get results. And if they're on my team, like that's almost my job. And it's like, you're not actually allowing me to do my job by being so standoffish.
Yeah. It's a hard question for me to answer because I don't really feel like I struggle with anything within the job anymore. Like I feel like the hardest part for me now is external from actually coaching or training someone. It's
Is
more
that PTing, you mean?
Yeah, it's more or less,
PT is not a struggle. I don't struggle with anything with PT.
yeah, for me, it's more or less just the business side of things now, and obviously growing a team. That's where I find a lot of difficulties because, see, with what you mentioned is one of the hardest parts. 100%, that's very true, even for myself. But I think I've gotten to a point now where I know how to almost mentally check out from that, like not emotionally attached to that. I've gotten to a point where I'll give everything I've got. But when it doesn't get reciprocated or someone basically just does not want to help themselves, I'm very good at moving on from that.
I think for you though, like you've got so many hats that you wear and you've got so many things that you're trying to manage at one given time with the business, with your coaching team, with the facility, with the PT, with working with Tez, me, Hoya, like everyone, like you've got so much to do. Whereas my whole fucking thing's coaching. That is my entire, like that team is my entire role within the business and providing them as much value as possible. And for me, like I said, when people join my coaching team, it's like their results are in my best interest and I'm extremely motivated and there for them. So it's almost like it just, like I said, I don't lose sleep over it.
No.
It's not like something that really bothers me, but it is something that to say the hardest aspect of the job for me, that's like, oh man, come on. Like I've given
I agree with you. I've
given you the foundation to achieve this. You just need to do it. And I know people have certain life circumstances and it's not always easy, but that for me would be the hardest aspect of the job.
Yeah. Another question is, what's the most rewarding?
The most rewarding, I think it just relays back to why I started this job. When I see that I've changed someone's life, not just their physique.
That's your fuel. That's your...
Oh, dude. Like even Lewis, right? Like I'm not taking any flowers from it, but just to see where he was when he started and where he is now. Physique aside, fuck that off. Just with his life, his income, his job, his career. Like he's completely changed his life.
Yeah, yeah.
And it started with coaching.
Yep.
Jess was another one.
Yep.
You know, Cody was another one.
Yeah.
Like there's just so many people that I've watched transform their actual life. They've built relationships they never thought they could have had. They've entered careers they never thought they could have had. They've walked through doors they never thought they could have walked through.
Yeah, because
To
they
be
were
able
too
to-
wide.
physically, because they couldn't fit before. No, but seriously, so for me, physique aside, to see that the framework of coaching, the discipline it brings, the routine it brings, and then obviously the confidence it brings, to see that translate into life changes, that's fucking rewarding, dude.
Yeah. I mean, the bodybuilders in us will always say, like, when you create just a badass, conditioned, muscular physique, that's where you're like, fuck, I love that shit. But nothing beats the lifestyle changes, dude.
Yeah.
Nothing beats that person that could barely do a lunge that can now squat 8 plates on a leg press. And that's just the analogy for how much they've created as far as strength, as far as mobility, as far as mindset, as far as resilience, as far as discipline, adherence, all of it that culminates into not just the gym, but so many different areas of life. And that for me will always be the most special. It's actually the same with PTs as well. Like, just as opposed to like, there's some people, bro, that I have came to me that were really weak and are now really, really strong, like elite strong. And that's awesome. But nothing beats the person that could barely do a body weight squat, but can now, you know, do really heavy weight on a Smith machine squat. You know what I mean? And like, totally, they'll say to me, oh, like I live out in the bush in Bow Desert and there's a lot of farmers. They'll go, oh, I can, you know, pick my 40 kilo dog up. Now these are female clients and I can bale hay with no pain. And I'm just noticing like my improvements in strength and cardio throughout my entire existence, whether it be in my job, whether it be at home, whether it be on the farm. And that's cool, man. That's fucking awesome. I love that shit.
Same with like when we first started, I could barely put 10s aside and barely do a bench press on 10. That was really heavy. Yeah. And now 20 each side is now the warm up, you know?
Yeah. Going back to the challenge that we just did too, I think that was pretty fucking cool to see that you could barely lunge and then you're doing, you know, you're riding a bull, you're fucking doing the, you know, what's the first one we did? The Ninja Warrior.
The Ninja Warrior.
You know, you're heading to the weight park, like you're doing crazy physical things that you just wouldn't have even thought of to do at 160 kilos.
The Pilates and the BJJ, it just, both of those things, I was like, all right, I want to now, not only I want to get ripped, you know, I want to get to, I think 80 kilos overall is my kind of, that's the weight I want to be overall. But those challenges made me realize I want to be flexible too. Like I want to be, you know, gymnastic, you know, kind of just.
You want to be gymnastic?
No. I just want to be.
Who's
like
gymnastic?
No, no. But like, I want to be flexible. I want to be, you know, I want to be.
You want to be able to open your legs like a big pair of scissors.
Yeah, I want to be able to do a backflip. I want to be able to, you know, like run up a wall and do a backflip. I want to do these things.
Do the split.
Do this. I mean, not really, but sure. Yeah. I just want to do these things. You know.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up here.
Yeah,
Is there any final words, Lewis?
Nah.
No.
Thanks for listening, guys. I appreciate it. We appreciate the support.
Yep.
And good job, Tommy, for completing your challenge and shifting some weight. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's continue to take things to the next level.
Absolutely,
Bang.
absolutely.
Final words, Thomas?
No, not much. I said just say thank you for watching and watch this space because I'm about to get even better and better.
100%. And I would just say, I guess, given the world's circumstances,
Yeah.
peace in the Middle East.
Peace to the Middle East. It's never going to happen. And if it does, you should probably pick up a Bible.
Right. We'll leave it there.